Scorpio, you are up for the October Love Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Okay, so the general reading is already up for October if you have not checked that out. Also, there are some readings for the collective up. I just did a new moon in Libra reading for the collective. Whatever reading you listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with the erotic oracle and then I'll go into the tarot. All right, may I have the energy for Scorpio for October? May I have the energy for Scorpio for October? May I have the energy for Scorpio for October? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? Thank you. See what this says. The garden at the top of the world. Okay. So number 32, maybe 32 is significant for some of you, but it's the garden at the top of the world. So let me go ahead and read that right quick and see what we have here. All right, here we go. So the garden at top of the world, it says, I am in a place where I cannot be hurt. A place only I knew. You are not invited here yet. I don't know the real you, or I don't know the road you must take to reach me. But here I am safe, and from here I can love you. There are times in life when a person needs to face battles, conflicts, and uncompromising fights. With every battle, either won or lost, there are scars, pains, and hurts. It's especially hard when life seems cruel and unfair, and when others seem intent on crushing us down and destroying what we hold dear. Even then, though, there is a safe place for us. Some of us know that place. Some are building it, and some are still searching for it. But it exists, a place where body and soul can rest and breathe, where we can't be hurt, and we are free to forgive and heal. Interesting. And this card is related to the moon in Aries. And that's kind of interesting too, because guess what's happening in October? A full moon in Aries. So yeah, that's wow. All right. So with this, the thing I kept on hearing was safe space. Some of you might need to find your safe space or your quiet place, because there may be something that you're dealing with in a relationship where you just need time to think. Some of you, now in the general reading, Scorpio, I'm pretty sure it was your reading where, hold on, is it on here? No, it's not on here. But I'm pretty sure that during your reading, you had an issue with someone not treating you well, someone not appreciating you. And I'm pretty sure the title of that reading was You Deserve Better. So if that energy is spilling over into this reading when it comes to love, then that might be why you're looking for your quiet place, is what you're doing, or your safe space to be away from what is bringing you pain or what has brought negativity into your life, is what may be going on. So let me take a few cards right quick. We'll add some color to this and see what we get. May I have the energy for Scorpio for October? May I have the energy for Scorpio for October? May I have the energy for Scorpio for October? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? I think I'm going to take all of these. Wow. Bottom of the deck, lots of threes. 3 of Wands, and also the 3 of Cups. There's 3 of Shells in this deck, and also it's Candles in this deck too. This is the erotic tarot that I'm using. So, Ace of Wands came out, which is the Ace of Candles. Ace of Wands came out. There's passion here, because this is fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's passion here, but also there's hurt. There's something about this passion that brings you pain, is what this is, because 9 of Feathers, which is 9 of Swords. It has you in your head. I feel like there's trust issues here, where someone that you've been dealing with, you felt like you couldn't trust them. And sometimes you felt like the fool dealing with them too. But also, you're looking for something else. It is what you're doing. You're looking, this is the thing, you want to be happy, is what you want. Because we have the 10 of Shells and the 3 of Shells, which is Cups energy. So 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups. You want the family life, is what you want. That's what you're willing to pursue. The full energy. But whatever is tied to this Ace of Wands, there's something about it that brings you anguish. And I feel that for some of you, it just might be the sex is really good. That's honestly what I feel like. But outside of that, everything else is just either conflict, trust issues, insecurity. I just heard that, because somebody, you may be, sometimes when you deal with them, they may make you feel like you're not good enough for them, or like you're lacking something. Like they may bring up during the arguments what they don't like about you, and it kind of gets you in this energy of, okay, well, if I'm lacking that, why are you with me then? But also on the same end, where you're arguing with them, sometimes it brings out their insecurities. And I feel like their insecurities is what creates the argument sometimes. Because when someone is insecure about something, they tend to project at times. Not all the time, but they do tend to project. And then that creates issues within the relationship. Again, I feel like it's the best thing about this relationship is physical, is what I feel. Now, for others of you with the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Swords with the Fool card, some of you are looking to start that new beginning, but you're in your head on if you can do it or not. Will it work out? How will I land? Type of energy. But the ultimate thing that you want is the 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups. You want the celebration. With the 3 of Wands, you want your ships to come in. Also, you want it to happen fast, too. 8 of Wands, which is 8 of Candles. I feel for some of you it will happen fast, because this leads back to the Ace of Wands, is what this leads to. Because you have the 3 of Wands plus the 8 of Wands equals the Ace of Wands. Now, if you do the 3 of Wands, the 8 of Wands minus the 3 of Wands, that gives you the 5 of Wands, which confirms what I was talking about in regards to the conflict. There's some type of conflict that's been going on that has been affecting not just your balance, but it's been affecting the mental balance and the emotional balance of the person that you're with. It's almost like, misery loves company. You two have this thing where you stayed together, but you've both made each other equally unhappy. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But something's going to change. And I feel like there's going to be some reflecting happening with the Hermit as well, which is also here. And then the Queen of Roses, which is Queen of Pentacles, is following that. The Queen of Pentacles knows their worth. So I feel you're recognizing your worth is what you're doing. And that's going back to the general reading that I was talking about, where you deserve better. And now you know you deserve better. You're learning that you deserve better. That's happening here. But because the Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups are here, I feel this is something that is definitely on the path for you in the future. Especially with the Three of Wands showing up in the reading. All right, so that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.